Well, dear viewers, welcome to our channel. Thank you for joining. In this video, we are going to see how to perform starter motor performance test on this starter motor. And we are going to see 4 commonly done starter motor performance tests to see whether this starter motor is performing nicely or not. Before anything we do, we are going to mount it on a vise so that it can be securely mounted. So let's do that. We have to make sure it is securely fixed on this, and then we can connect the battery and do the performance tests. Well, we will be performing 4 tests: the pull-in test, the hold-in test, the pinion return test, and the nolo test. Now let's begin by the pull-in test. Let's connect electrical wires and do the pull-in test. The pull-in test and the hold-in test, they are going to evaluate the operation of the solenoid switch. So for the pull-in test, we have to disconnect this field winding that comes from terminal C to the field winding. We will remove this field winding because when performing this solenoid test, we don't want our starter motor to spin. We don't want it to rotate. So we will disconnect this field wire from terminal C. So the field winding is disconnected. Now, in order to perform the pull-in test, we will connect the body of the starter motor to battery negative, and then we will provide terminal 50 with battery positive, and we have to ground terminal C because there are 2 windings in the solenoid switch. One is the pull-in winding and the other one is the hold-in winding. Now the hold-in winding will begin at terminal 50. Then it will get ground on the body. But when it comes to the pull-in winding will begin at terminal 50. Then the final end, it will come to terminal C. Previously, when there was field winding connected, the pull-in winding will get ground through the field circuit. Now because terminal C is disconnected, we will connect another negative wire to terminal C so that the pull-in winding will be grounded. Now we will connect battery negative here, battery positive to terminal 50, and then we will see how it reacts. Now this is battery negative. Let's connect battery negative to the starter motor ground. Let's connect this to the battery positive. We will connect this to battery terminal 50. This is battery positive. And as I have previously mentioned, terminal C, it has to be grounded. So let's use this for terminal C, for grounding terminal C. Let's connect this one. Now we have done all the ground connections. The body is grounded and terminal C is also grounded through this wiring. Now, when I connect positive to terminal 50, when terminal 50 is connected to battery positive, the solenoid should actuate the pinion so that the pinion will be thrown out to engage the flywheel. See? So this indicates that the pull-in winding is working. So this is the pull-in test. Now the hold-in test is a continuation of the pull-in test. What we do is we disconnect the ground from the pull-in winding. When this ground is disconnected, this should remain out. If it remains out, it means the holding winding is working. So now the holding test, we remove it. It remains there. So this is called the holding test. And we have the third test called the pinion return test. Pinion return test is done by disconnecting this ground. When this ground is disconnected, the pinion should return. Let's see. So this is how the pinion return test is conducted. Now, if when this is disconnected, the pinion remains outside, it means there is a problem with the return spring that needs to be corrected. So this is how the starter motor pull-in test, hold-in test, and pinion return test are conducted. Now the final test that we have is the no-load test. The no-load test is conducted by connecting everything as it was on the vehicle. Now in the proper test, ammeter will be connected to see how much current the starter motor draws when it is running no load. To do the no load test, the body will be connected to battery ground like this, and terminal C should be put back. Terminal C will be put back, connected back. And then terminal 30, it has to be connected to battery positive to do the no-load test. For that, we are going to use this battery wire. So terminal 30 will be connected to battery positive. Now, when terminal 50 is powered with battery positive, the starter motor should run smoothly and freely. This is called the no-load test. It should run smoothly and freely. Let us see. So this is how you perform a starter motor performance test. We have conducted the pull-in test, the hold-in test, the pinion return test, and finally the no-load test. If your starter motor passes all these tests, it is in good condition. So after every starter motor repair, make sure to conduct the starter motor performance test this time, all time. Thank you for watching. Please, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like what you have seen, smash the like button and share it so that others can also benefit from this video. Thank you.